Hi everyone, we're just going to dive right into this one. I feel this is actually very specific. So whoever this message is for, it feels very much like there was an invitation that was extended to you from spirit in some way. So maybe this is in the form of an ancestor, maybe this is in the form of a protective spirit. It might be in the form of, for example, what you're experiencing as a deity. And it feels a little bit like whatever this invitation is, whoever this message is for specifically has accepted it. So it's like, okay, I hear the call, or I hear that, you know, this is, you've made yourself known and I'm listening. And so there is a message that's trying to come through for this. And I think for a lot of you, this is going to be confirmation. So if this isn't your reading, or you don't necessarily recognize this message as being confirmation for you, please don't take this one. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going? We're going over here to this deck. There are things happening that are not necessarily inside of your control at the moment. The reason why I'm saying that is because typically these cards have to fall out from the middle and they have to land on the desk. What happened just now is two cards came out on the top, which is not how I like them to be, but I heard leave them. And so what that tells me, because I do read how I shuffle also, since I am channeling, that tells me that there are several incidents or several events that have happened or are about to happen that are a little bit beyond your control. There's going to be something mysterious about them, so don't take them at face value. Okay, there's something else going on behind the scenes with these. I am reading this one first. Apparently this is the Nine of Cups. It's working out in your favor. Okay, Nine of Cups, it's working out in your favor. What I'm seeing here, when I'm being given the energy of these events, it feels like a message here that's coming, and for some of you this message is going to come from someone in the past. This message may come from someone inside your family. It may come through a child. The reason why I'm saying that is because we have the Queen of Swords to the Six of Cups, and for some of you this is a revelation about how someone actually is, or the truth. So do not take the actual interaction, the actual message at face value, meaning don't act on it. Right? Don't act on it. There's something here that's meant to be seen. For some of you, what this means is that this particular guide or this particular guardian, I'm just going to label it a guardian because that's really the parameter within which this being is stepping forward, right? It feels like a guardian or a teacher of some kind. And what's happening here is they want you to see something. They want you to observe something. So for some of you, I am getting very specifically a storyline that for some of you, not all of you, there is a very hard situation that you've had a hard time extricating yourself from this situation. And this situation is going to kind of come back with a communication, and you're being given an opportunity to kind of pause and reflect on what's actually happening. There's an underlying energy to this communication, and you have to practice a little bit of discernment and wisdom rather than taking this energy at face value. So a good example of that is, for example, the person that comes in with the I'm sorry's, and it's stepping back and understanding the larger picture. Does this person repeatedly do this, or is this person only doing this because they're desperate to, like, and this is like the last ditch effort because really you deserved that apology a lot earlier? You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So for some of you, it's not going to be anything with another person or an apology. You're just being given an opportunity to see something how it actually is. This is one of the, it's almost like a gift being bestowed to you. Like, look deeper, right? Okay, again, illumination, the sun. Again, it's just confirming that there's something at play that we're meant to see at this time. It's something that we've missed. It's something that you know, we may have been really focused on the details of an event rather than seeing the bigger picture and seeing the large story arc. Okay. There may even be a sense of regret or shame or guilt wrapped up inside of whatever this energy is that they're trying to get us to see. This is not someone else's shame. This is not someone else's guilt. So I want to make that clear. This is about the self. This is what's inside of your cups. Maybe this is the way that you feel that you have to answer to people, or the way that you feel obligated towards people. Maybe this is the way that you feel ashamed for something you remember in a past life, and you're being really shown that you don't have to pay for that this time. There's something here inside of our own emotional cup that's being illuminated by some sort of truth. Again, this may be a communication for some of you. This may be news for some of you, but it's definitely an event that you're being asked to sit back and watch. Okay, we have the Emperor. Where this is guiding you towards a deeper sense of agency and a deeper sense of control. There may be something about our father, whether it is some sort of father wounding or the father lineage, that is coming into play with whatever it is that we are seeing here. This is really about how to place the crown on your own head rather than putting it on someone else's head, or on, you know, like the import being on some sort of situation that's outside of yourself, understanding how to take that importance back to yourself. So this spirit, this being, has really come in to say, now we're going to work on self-empowerment in a deeper way than maybe you've experienced before. We have the Three of Pentacles. The themes that are going to start coming up as you work with the spirit are going to be heavily, heavily influenced by deep foundational matters. So our family, our first loves, the way that we observed finances as children, right? The sort of social class we were born into, for lack of better term. There's a lot of very deep foundational material that's going to start being reviewed here and illuminated for someone. Now, there's going to be times where you feel like you're just facing a brick wall, because that's literally what this person is doing. You're not going to know what to do about these things, and understand that you are actually being led in some way or guided in some way. You're going to have inspirations on how to handle these things. Sometimes you're going to find that just by witnessing it and purging out the emotions, which i.e. crying, sometimes screaming into a pillow really loud, or throwing some dishes. Just joking. Actually, I really want to find one of those places where you can go and just like throw a bunch of dishes around and hear the crushing. Like, I think everybody needs to let that destructive side out sometimes. Repression is not progression. So what we're looking at here is this sort of energy of, I don't know what to do with this now, and just trust the process, right? This process is happening. Be very gentle. Allow the water to flow. Not everything requires action. Some things require just to be seen. Something just require to be allowed. So allow yourself to have the emotions that you have, even if you have them 10 times, 50 times, 100 times, because those things are working out of a very deep subconscious space, and this is part of how we heal. Oh, okay, and now you are but a reflection, right? The things that you're experiencing here inside of this energy body, they are a reflection of something that is occurring. So there's, oh, this one goes deep. Okay. So there's this idea here. We have the sun and we have the moon. Now, the sun being the source of our consciousness, there is this reflection that takes place within the moon, but that reflection is insanely magical. Right? So the event itself is what caused these sorts of energies inside of us, but that reflection that resides within us in those deep subconscious spaces is a powerful, powerful energy. And this is why it's taking this sort of spirit to swoop in and to work with you in these things, is because this is a very powerful aspect of the collective unconscious that is coming in, whether it's coming in the form of an ancestor or a deity or however it is that you're experiencing it. And that's not to say that it's not what it says it is. The reality is very fluid. So this is a very powerful energy that's, I was going to say a badass energy, honestly, that's coming in to try to like illuminate these things and to allow you to illuminate these things. You're going to notice that there's almost like this scaffolding within your mind and your experiences that happens, and it's all leading to the pinnacle of something. And when this thing is experienced, it's almost like this child standing in front of the moon, right? It's going to make sense of a lot of things, but it's also going to make you feel in some way small in the scope of this reflection. That's not to say that it's making you feel insignificant. It's going to make you understand the power of the things that we allow inside of our lives. For some reason, that's the one that's stepping forward to me the most, is the things that we allow inside of our lives because of the stories that we once accepted. So this is a very powerful energy that's moving through someone right now as this being is really trying to integrate some sort of information inside of your field or even pull things out. So just trust the process. I do feel that a lot of people who are going to resonate for this reading are Scorpios, okay? We have significant Scorpio placements. We have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands, this is pretty intense here, because we're going to find at times that we're very guarded and protected against seeing something or having something release. There is something here going on with the Seven of Wands when it's paired with this Moon card in this type of reading, where it means something that's really holding firm. So there may be areas where you touch upon where you find that your mind kind of blanks and you're like, wait, what was I just thinking about? Or there's this idea of, you know, the moment that you have to exert yourself, because remember, the whole point is this Emperor energy, really having self-agency. The moment that you have to go to practice a self-agency, you find that you're just going along with things. So there's something here that's very firmly fixed, and this is the whole purpose for this Queen of Swords. I am reading this as not just this message that comes in or these events that happen, but this first and foremost is speaking to me about this spirit, this being that's coming in. This is why it takes the Queen of Swords to come in and kind of cut down this energy, but it has to happen through various levels. It's almost like having the surrounding information put in place first before the final boss battle. That's kind of how it feels. Okay. Yeah, this is not an easy process, and it's not a quick process. We have the Knight of Pentacles. But even though it's not an easy process and it's not a quick process, it's a rewarding process, because where it's leading to in the end, not just this Emperor energy who has their own self-agency, it takes us into the Queen of Wands. This is someone who is able to now direct their life path, and direct their willpower. So I'm going to leave this here, whoever this message is for. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment, and until next time.